And welcome to another commentary. This week we are talking about Markiplier. I don't know anything about Markiplier. I've seen two videos, one of which where he plays The Sims, and another one where he played Five Nights at Freddy's. That's all I know him about. What's interesting about the Sims video is that he made his friends, and one of his friends is Wade, and he kept making fun of him and being mean. It was interesting because out of everything Markiplier, I actually personally know Wade. I met him once or twice at a convention, and I guess it really counts as once, but I met him in 2 days. I don't know. But yeah, like I met Wade. I'm Skype friends with him, and I've been in one of his videos actually. So you may notice in this particular video, I flipped the image quite a lot. If anyone's wondering why I did that, I did it in the beginning, but then I got way too many questions on why I do it, so I kind of stopped it. But when I flip the image, I'm trying to find not perspective. What am I thinking? I'm trying to find anatomy. There we go. I'm trying to find anatomy errors, and well, what happens is when you draw something, you might not notice some errors here and there because your eyes are used to it. Like your mind starts going, okay, that's right. But when you flip an image or flip it upside down, your mind starts thinking a little bit more critically, and you're able to see those errors because it's new and fresh, and it becomes it's one of those things where you draw something and it looks really, really good, and then you like go away from it for a while, and then you come back and boom, it looks terrible. That's because when you were drawing it, you got used to it, you accepted false ideas as true, and then you went away, you got fresh eyes, you come back, and you see what your eyes got used to was wrong. Fun fact, the pose that I pulled this from, the pinup pose, was based off of Sensi Shock, basically a fan of Sailor Moon on DeviantArt. Just type, SENSHI, I believe, stock, and she has a wonderful library of poses between her and I think potentially maybe her boyfriend. But it's mostly her in a leotard doing really cool action poses or pinup poses or just basically anything you want. Only requirement for her is that it's free to use, but just mention her within the description, which I believe I did just now, as well as in the video. So yeah, Bunny Markiplier. So the idea behind this was I don't know anything about Markiplier, and I just kind of looked on Tumblr, which I know is like the worst site to look at anything for, and I was like, okay. It's weird, but like Markiplier fans and my fans tend to like overlap a little bit. Like a lot of times where I get like fan art for someone, I'll look at their artwork and they usually draw Markiplier as well. So I'm assuming this video is gonna be pretty well received potentially. And so like I do follow some people on Tumblr, and I do see a lot of Markiplier pictures, and There's two types of pictures I found of Markiplier. There's Dark Markiplier, I think, or Darkiplier, or something like that, where he's like a demon or something. And then the more common trend I've ran into recently was Markiplier in a bunny costume. I don't understand it. I literally tried to find why, and I couldn't. It's just the subject real quick. That arm is really... see, I'm trying to fix it. I don't think I do. I think there's just something about it's a little bit weird. I wanted to give this guy muscle because I got the impression that he does work out, or he does seem muscular. Maybe it's just because it's all the fan art that I've seen has him muscular. Though apparently he has really great abs from what I've seen in one of the photos. But yeah, so that's okay. So I saw a lot of Bunny Markiplier, and I thought, well, it'll be kind of funny to draw that versus the Dark Markiplier pictures. And I figured this would be kind of like, I don't know. I like to do jokes, and I don't want to say troll you guys, but I definitely enjoy having things like the thumbnail I edited to make it look a little bit more like a traditional Markiplier drawing. Instead of this, the thumbnail for this one should be the actual drawing itself. And, I like to try to do little surprises, but the hard part is that when you make thumbnails, you want to like really, really sell your picture, and, you don't want to mislead people. But at the exact same time, for this one, I didn't want to actually, ruin the joke for you. You can see where I accidentally drew the front toe. His toe is backwards with this. I forgot. I do fix it a little bit later. So the heels that I drew are basically from the Sensi Shock. Sensi Shock. That's really hard to say, guys. it's from the reference photo. The actual costume, there wasn't really anything. I knew that I wanted to have him in some type of corset, if anything, because of Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I really do need to draw something Rocky Horror Picture Show. I love that movie. I can go into stories about that if you guys want. Maybe. Let's see if I run out of topics first. One thing about these commentaries is that last week I almost felt like I needed to make the commentary longer because I was just bouncing everywhere and had so much things to talk about. With this one, before hitting record, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to fill a whole 10 minutes with. So that I meant to add, arm hair. I never did that. That's poop. That sucks. Like I knew, like in my mind, there was a couple of things. I kept forgetting the bunny hair, the bunny stuff, like which makes the whole outfit. There's no point of him being in this corset and these stockings and such without the bunny. I got the tail, but for whatever reason, I kept forgetting the actual bunny ears. It was like that was the last minute thing. But yeah, I forgot the arm hair. I really wanted to give him arm hair. I don't know if he actually has hairy arms or not, but I wanted to have this like contrasting masculine. That's why I gave him like so much, kind of manly arms and stuff like that. As I wanted like, this contrast of this womanly figure and pose, but then having, this guy with, some stubble and arm hair and such. You could see that right here I started out with a much more bland color scheme. I was trying to I don't know what I was going with this, but I definitely did not like it. In fact, I'm talking crap. I'm going to talk crap about someone. I don't want to talk crap. Well, this is a critique, not talking crap. At first this actually it's weird. The color scheme that I started out with reminds me a lot of two artists actually. One you guys probably know. Draw with Jazza. It definitely I literally I just said it was bland. I don't mean that Draw with Jazza stuff is bland. I've just never been a fan of like how he colors certain things. It's just I don't find it personally appealing. It's well colored and it's well drawn. It's just I just don't really like the monotonous not colorful coloring. I'm someone that responds to color. And then the shading remind me a little bit of Tom Preston on DeviantArt, which is a person that I don't mind so much. Like I respect Draw with Jazza a lot. Tom Preston, I have conflicting views with. But anyways, I really like the new shading you can see on the right-hand side. I added a little bit more pink and brighter colors. For me, that responds better. Everyone has their own taste and, what they want with different shading. I respond to color, so I like to have things a little saturated and just look, bright and, for me, pop. One thing I really did like about this particular drawing, I thought it was clever in my own right, is the bra part or the bust. I was like, part of the thing was, okay, I'm going to draw a Markiplier in a bunny suit. I need to include the pink mustache at some point, and I was like, it'll be great. It'll be like his boobs, because he doesn't have boobs. And I thought that filled out really, really, really well. Let's see here. I chose to make the corset black and red. You'll see that soon enough. Because his logo, usually he's associated with a lot of black and then red text. And I thought that worked out pretty well for this. I'm not sure if I'm 100% happy with the mustache, but the mustache shading. I was trying really, really hard with it, but I knew that I needed to get this video out. So this one was kind of a rush job a little bit. And just because I do have other things to do within the week, and so I have a small time crunch. And honestly, I don't know what I would do differently. I would just have to keep experimenting until I got happy with it. Let's see here. Rocky Horror Picture Show. I really do need to draw a Frankenfurter or something. That'd be a lot of fun. Normally, I'm very much against using soft brushes, soft edges, and that's where it kind of has this blending. I prefer to use hardness at 100%, and because that way you have to force yourself to make it smooth with the shading. With the soft brush, I don't know, it just feels very mechanical to me. But with the stockings being how they are, it made a lot of sense for me to do this shine, because that's what the shine looks like with a soft brush. That's why it has that nice soft shading. And then I upset it with shading it with the darker colors with a hard brush. here I am adding the corset I was talking about momentarily. I'm really upset that I didn't draw the arm hair now. That's a bummer. Let's see here. So I added the carrot to it. Obviously, it's a bunny costume, and the reference picture had her hand over there, and I felt like it was a little like there needed to be some kind of point. I don't know why he's jamming a carrot into his head, but it felt like it worked with the pose itself. So originally I was aiming for this to be less real. Like, this isn't a realistic drawing whatsoever, but like it's a little bit more it's about what 6'7", 6.5" heads tall. Versus my original idea was I wanted to make this much more cartoony. I wanted to have thicker outlines and a little bit be I'd be a little bit more stylized, say like Gravity Falls or something. Not with like noodle arms, but I definitely wanted to have a much more American cartoon style to it. While I don't know what the reference is to, but it's definitely capable. Like, what happened was I was drawing his face, and I was like, okay, I kind of got his face a little too realistic. So again, it's not realistic. It's not it's not shaded realistic, but like proportionately, it's more accurate to his face than say a giant head chibi cartoon, and so it just kind of became part of that. Something I'm about to start doing, and I didn't record. I started doing this, and then I actually finished the stockings off screen, but I selected the colors, and I'm drawing the fishnets on top of it with a new layer. The hard part was just getting the pattern to work for me. That one's pretty solid, but I wound up again doing it off screen, mostly because the other leg kept getting me. Like, I got this side, but I couldn't get the other. I couldn't get that knee to look right, and I had to like look up references. Like, so I had to keep like Googling "girl in fishnets" and hoping that someone hold their thing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I hope it was insightful for you. And I will see you guys Monday with, I don't know what the special... it will probably watch me draw fans. Let's just say that. So, I'll see you guys next week.